The death of the first King of England, William I the Conqueror. September 9, 1087. William I the Conqueror, Duke of Normandy, first King of England, my 31st grandfather, 5 times my grandfather, several times ancestor and undoubted ancestor of Charles III, the current King of England, dies. History of my oldest ancestors, of whom I am very proud to be descended. William I the Conqueror, Duke of Normandy, first King of England, was born in Falaise in 1025, and died in Rouen, September 9, 1087, was the son of Robert I, Duke of Normandy and Alite de Falaise, paternal grandson of Ricardo II, Duke of Normandy and Judite of Brittany, and maternal grandson of Fulberto de Falaise and Doda. William I, commonly known as William the Conqueror, was the first King of England, who ruled from 1066 to his death in 1087. Descendant of Viking invaders, was Duke of Normandy since 1035. After a long struggle to establish his power and his dominance over the French region, he initiated the Norman conquest of England in 1066. The rest of his life was marked by struggles to consolidate his dominion over England and his continental lands, and also by dissension his oldest son. He was the son of the bachelor Roberto I, Duke of Normandy, with his lover Alite of Falaise. His position as an illegitimate son caused him some difficulties after he succeeded to his father, as did the anarchy that plagued the early years of his government. During his childhood and adolescence, members of the Norman aristocracy fought with each other, both to have the man's control of the duke for his own purposes. In 1047 William was able to crush a rebellion and start establishing his authority over the duchy, a process that was not complete until about 1060. Her marriage in the early 1050s to Matilda de Flanders, my 31st grandmother, 5 times my grandmother, provided her with a powerful ally in the neighboring county of Flanders. To his marriage time, he arranged for appointments of his partisans as bishops and abbots in the Norman church. His ruling consolidation, he allowed him to expand his horizons, and in 1062 assured the control of the neighboring main county. In the late 1050s and early 1060s, the Duke became a candidate for the throne of England, then maintained by Edward, the Confessor, his cousin co-brother, and who had no descendants. There were other potential suitors, including the powerful English Earl Haroldo Godwin's son, who was appointed the next king by Edward on his deathbed in January 1066. William argued that the late king had previously promised the throne to him, and that Harold had sworn to support his claim. He built a great fleet and invaded England in September 1066, decisively defeating and killing Harold in the Battle of Hastings on October 14, 1066. After a few more military efforts, the Norman Duke was crowned king on the 25th of December, 1066, in London. He had arrangements in his government of England in the beginning of 1067 before returning to Normandy. Several unsuccessful rebellions followed, but in 1075 his dominance in England was practically consolidated, allowing him to spend most of the rest of his reign on the mainland. William's final years were marked by difficulties in his continental domains, problems with his firstborn, and threats of invasion from England. In 1086 he ordered the compilation of the Domesday Book, a list of all landowners in England, along with their estates. William died the 9th of September, 1087, while leading a campaign in northern France, and was buried in Caen. His reign in England was marked by the construction of castles, the establishment of a new Norman nobility on land, and change in the composition of the English clergy. William did not attempt to integrate his various domains into a cohesive empire, but instead, he continued to administer each part separately. William's lands were divided after his death. Normandy went to his eldest son Roberto, and his second surviving son William the Redhead received England. Home of life. William was probably born in 1025 in Falaise, Normandy, was the only son of Roberto I, the Magnificent, son of Ricardo II of Normandy. His mother, Alite, or Herleva, of Falaise, was the daughter of Fulberto of Falaise. Possibly Alite belonged to the ducal family, but he was not married to Roberto. Instead, he later married Herluino of Conqueror, with whom he had 2 children, Odo of Bayeux and Robert, Count of Mortain, and a daughter whose name is unknown. One of Alite's brothers, Gualterium, became a defender and protector of William during his childhood. Roberto also had a daughter, with another lover, Adelaide of Normandy. Roberto became Duke of Normandy on the 6th of August, 1027, succeeding to his elder brother, Ricardo III, who had only gotten the title the year before. Robert and his brother were at odds about the succession, and the death of Ricardo was sudden. The new ruler has been charged, by some writers, of killing his brother, which was plausible, but today is considered unlikely. Conditions in Normandy were uncertain, for noble families stripped the church, and Alano III of Brittany fought a war against the duchy, possibly in an attempt to control it. In 1031, Robert had assembled considerable support from nobles, many of whom would become prominent during the life of William. In them were included the uncle of Robert, Archbishop Robert of Rouen, who originally opposed the Duke Osberno, nephew of Gunora de Crepon, wife of Duke Ricardo I, the Fear of First. Following his membership, Roberto continued the Norman support to English princes Edward and Alfred, who were still exiled in northern France. There are indications that Roberto may have been promised in marriage to the daughter of King Canutus, but the marriage did not occur. It is unknown whether William would have succeeded in dual succession if his father had had a legitimate son. In 1034, Duke Robert decided to go in pilgrimage to Jerusalem. While some of his partisans tried to dissuade him from undertaking the journey, Roberto summoned a council in January 1035 and had the noble Normans assembled, sworn to his heir fidelity before leaving for Jerusalem. Roberto died early in July in Nicaea on his return to Normandy. Family and descendancy. William I, the Conqueror, and his wife Matilda of Flanders, my 31st grandmother, 5 times my grandmother, had at least 9 children. The order of the children is clear, but no source gives the order concerning the birth of daughters. Robert II, Duke of Normandy, born between 1051 and 1054, died February 10, 1134, married Sibylla of Converson, daughter of the Godfrey of Converson. Richard, born after 1056, died about 1075. William II, King of England, was born between 1056 and 1060, and died in New Forest, the 2nd of August, 1100. Henry I, my 30th grandfather, 4 times my grandfather, was born in late 1068, died the 1st of December, 1135, King of England, married Matilda of Scotland, my 30th grandmother, 3 times my grandmother, daughter of Malcolm III from Scotland. Henry I also married Nasa Furch Rhys, Princess of Wales, my 30th grandmother, 3 times my grandmother. Gundrade of Normandy, married William I of Warenne, Earl of Surrey. Adelaises, Princess of England. Cecilia, Princess of England. Constance, Princess of England, married Alan IV, Duke of Brit. Normandy Matilda. Agatha, Princess of England. Adela, Princess of England, married Etienne, Earl of Blois, my 30th and 32nd grandparents. Children of other women. Thomas, Archbishop of York. Normandy Sylvia, married Louis I from Bournonville. William children first, with Maud of Ingelric. William I Peveril, Earl of Hereford and Nottingham, married Adeline of Lancaster, Lady of London.